Whenever a small car comes into the market, there is always a natural bit of speculation about it. Certainly because the car is small. It garners high marks in the fuel economy and affordability categories. But what about the equally important categories of space and overall power? Can the small car overcome the misconceptions of it being cramped and underpowered? Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, using the diminutive Mirage G4, aim to debunk all these small car misconceptions with a test drive up to the cool city of Pines, Baguio City. Was this little car able to break free from the misunderstandings about small vehicles? Keep watching. We've got the inside look right here for you.
Mitsubishi Motors Philippines kicked off the month of January with an event that would put their newest little car to the test. The ride, the new Mirage G4. The destination, up the twisty mountain roads to the summer capital, Baguio City. The group assembled early, but before everyone was allowed to experience what this econo car could really do, a brief speech and route mechanics talks was given by the executives at Mitsubishi.
Of course, this is the first event for Mitsubishi Motors. There will be soon upcoming events. But of course, we'd like to focus first on the Mirage G4. And after launching it last year, we would like to have this for you guys to test out the great features of the Mirage G4 and especially its fuel economy.
The group was instructed about the first part of their drive up to Baguio, a fuel economy run that would demonstrate the great fuel-saving capabilities of the new Mirage G4. Widely advertised as giving drivers a 21 km per liter figure when it comes to fuel consumption, the media participants aim to achieve this or even strive for a better number. After the briefing and inspecting their personal belongings, the group got on the road, making its way out of Manila via the NLEX. After gassing up, it was on the highway until their next stop in Tarlac, where the media were designated to test the car's fuel-saving capabilities. And to simulate a real driving scenario, certain measures ensured that drivers could not employ any other fuel-saving tactics other than economic driving. After reaching the pit stop, the teams took down notes, gassed up, and had lunch at Matutinas. At the restaurant, they were instructed by Mitsubishi executives that they were now entering the second part of the drive, a chance to experience the power that this little car actually has, as they drive up the steep and undulating Marcos Highway. Needless to say, the Mirage G4 performed very well even when going up the mountain. Upon reaching Baguio City, the group went to the Baguio Country Club, where they sat down to a delicious buffet dinner. After dinner, some light recreation took place at the club recreational room. Billiards, ping pong, and bowling kept the media guests busy as they awaited the results of the fuel economy run. It was also during this time that we were able to catch up with the executives of Mitsubishi, as well as with some of the media participants.
We want to show G4's future to go Baguio, because Baguio is higher praise, so that how G4 can make a good performance to go higher praise but less economical fuel efficiency, so that people knows G4's performance and the future of these cars. G4 has a good for the big trunk space and also inside big leg space, and also affordable price, and also fuel efficiency. And this time, why we make a test drive is to let all people knows how G4's fuel efficiency good. That is main purpose that we are planning to make this test drive.
Well, of course, we'd like to show the members of the media the capability of the G4, especially the engine. Of course, we all know that this engine is a 1.2 three-cylinder engine, and judging from the drive this afternoon, the G4 was able to climb up the steep portions of Marcos Highway going to Baguio, and that alone testifies that in any road condition, even during steep climbs, the G4 can handle it, and even with a normal or average passenger capacity. That's the main purpose.
After the successful launch last year, October, the market has accepted the model very well, and we're selling an average of 700 units a month for the G4. Fortunately, we do have enough supplies. The plant in Thailand keeps on churning the units that we need, and also the demand for other countries as well. I'd like to invite everyone to visit the showroom, all Mitsubishi showrooms. You can schedule a test drive with the sales executives.
For what its configuration is, I was really impressed with its performance. It had very ample power. The drive is kind of really smooth, and it's surprising going up to Baguio. It had enough torque, enough power to do overtaking maneuvers with ease, and it's a very stable car to drive. So we had a great time going up to Baguio.
Well, it's actually the first time I've driven, well, I rode inside the Mitsubishi Mirage G4, and it's actually quite comfortable. I sat in the back seat for the entire time, and there were 4 of us in the car, so it was surprisingly roomy and very comfortable.
Surprisingly comfortable on a long drive. Power is adequate. It's a surprise also, especially coming up here Baguio. So pleasant surprise for me. There's enough room, more than enough room for my yes, and I'm 6'5", so I fit right in the back.
First of all, this drive was very well planned. We've got to experience highway, a little bit of country roads, and of course urban once we got to Baguio. So we got to try it out in several different driving environments. So I think it makes for a very good all-around car. It performed pretty well in all of the situations. So, and I mean, for a small car, it's very spacious. There were 3 of us in a car with our things. Yeah, and we were very comfortable, and it was a fun drive.
After some time, the results were tallied, with the guests anxious to know who came out on top. In the automatic category, team number 1 came out on top, registering an impressive 26 km per liter figure using only 5.85 liters of fuel. In the manual category, team number 1 was the champion, posting similar figures. Regardless of who won the fuel economy run, the participants all felt like winners, enjoying the cool weather in the city of Pines, knowing that a small, powerful, and economic car brought them up there.
While we may let the fuel mileage figures and the general experience of the participating motoring journalists to do all the talking needed, let us chime in on the issue at hand by saying the Mirage G4 is a small car, but it can keep up with the big boys. And big boys indeed, as you may have noticed some of the more portly members of the motoring media in this segment. Kidding aside, the Mirage G4 performed well in the city, on the expressway, and going up the meandering hilly roads up to Baguio. It is a good example of how small cars, when used to a maximum potential, can offer big results.